Hey, Wolfpack, how's it going? All right, Groundhog Day all over. Today is, check one more. Today's actually the day that you're supposed to try on your skinny jeans again. Remember, just once a week, making sure those sweatpants are doing what they're supposed to be doing, stretching out since we're doing nothing these days except hanging out sewing every day, which is a lot of fun. So I see a ton of you have already rolled in. Well, what's going on? I am so excited that you're here today. I have a great show for you. I have Jeff all the way from Seattle, which I think many of you got a good glimpse of that when we were there at the Puyallup show. So he's going to come on and talk a little bit about scissors and have a few laughs for you, of course. Hey, I see all of you. Welcome, welcome. So I saw a couple of you talking about that family members and friends are coming down with the virus. So please know that you are in all of our thoughts and prayers, and I hope that this goes away soon. And so today's show is just going to be uplifting to get you in a good mood, get your mind off of things, and then you can go back to your normal life in like an hour. All right. What are jeans? Jeans. Did I say jeans? I don't think I said jeans. Oh, jeans. I got it. Oh, goodness gracious. See what I mean? If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't even have to take a shower. It's only because of the live shows. I actually have to get ready each day. Julie says that I should just come on with my hair in a ponytail like I usually look in the morning when we do a live FaceTime chat. Totally. All right, so let's not make Jeff wait. We got Jeff here. Then we have Laserby doing a big giveaway at the end. You guys have been waiting that for a whole month. Before I bring Jeff up, here's your big deal, though. I told you last week, like the top 10 for what to do or not to do during this coronavirus, and there was some funny ones in there, I have to admit. So I'm going to just bring this up and show you. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Angela.
How are you?
Great. How are you?
So I had to bring this like one photo up before I introduce you that my husband, you never have to worry about us hoarding food. So those are avocados that I just found in the refrigerator. They're hard as a rock. I asked for those a couple weeks ago and I didn't realize they were in with the limes in the fridge. So I pulled them out to warm them up and I said, let's make a grocery list. And he said, okay, well, we're good on potatoes. Now, do you see those two little things there? Those are like the smallest baby golden potatoes. That's our collection right now, but we're good for a couple weeks. So you don't have to worry about us doing that. Oh, Jeff, how are you?
I'm great. I'm just reading all the comments on the side.
Oh, yeah.
Friends from
rolling in. Everybody's saying hi to you. So give Jeff some love. He is coming in all the way from Seattle. Well, you're technically, what town are you in?
I'm standing in Sumner right now. So Puyallup, Sumner.
There you go. And a lot of you met him for our huge giveaways at the end of each day, which was amazing. We kind of took over the whole place. We need a bigger aisle. So, hey, Jeff, did you see the video of the guy that took the video and he's like, oh my gosh, they're giving away a pair of scissors and all these people are here? Just shows everyone needs a good pair of scissors. I thought that was priceless.
Yeah, I shared that on my Instagram page. I thought that was hysterical.
It was funny. So before we talk about scissors, do you have any top 10 for us for the what to do during our lockdown?
I really don't, other than to tell people that if you've lost track of what today is Blur's Day, the 14th of Mapole. You needed to know that.
That's perfect.
Yeah, my daughter sent me that. I thought it was great.
Well, I was trying to come up with the top 10 this week, but my friends have been sending me some things that probably wouldn't be appropriate to repeat. I think the funniest, though, was we still keep joking about the toilet paper hoarding. And my mom sent me one that said, other substitutes if we run out of toilet paper. And I'm not going to list some of them because we don't need to have that visual. But here's one for you. Coffee filters. So not good.
I like one of the paper towels being sawed into thirds.
Hey, we could use our Kai scissors to cut them, right?
Right. All right. Excellent.
So everybody's saying they love your scissors, Jeff. So we have had this whole discussion, and your name came up. And I'm so glad that you come on with us because serrated scissors versus not. And I've been showing them in my virtual classes lately, and there's been a lot of discussion. And since you are the scissor man, we thought that we'd bring you on so you could answer some questions, not cut your head off. There you go. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
So you could do some maybe technical things about this.
All right.
Oh, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn. So, all right. So serrated scissors. It's probably the number one question we get at all the shows. And people think that serrated means the little wavies like you'd have on a bread knife. And serrated in the scissor world means something a little bit different. It is just basically one set of grooves cut into one of the blades. So it's not on both blades, generally just one blade. And when you look at it, I tried to do this with my camera earlier. You'll just see little tiny striations on there, little grooves. They call them micro serrations, but it's just a bunch of vertical lines. So again, it's different than say a bread knife serration. It's just micro grooves. So another thing you'll hear people call it is corrugation. Anyway, the idea behind a serrated scissor is not to pink the edge. We get a lot of people think they're getting like some sort of, microscopic pinking. It's just purely for grip. So if you have a fabric that when you cut wants to out of the scissor, it will actually hold the fabric in place as it cuts. So the idea there is that anything that you don't want to slip, silk, satins, stuff like that want to walk around in the blade, serrated scissors is going to grab it. You're going to get a better cut, a better controlled cut in the turn. So people will use it for silk, satins, but also wool applique or any applique cutting that you want to do where you're trying to get a precise turn. Serrated scissors are going to work better.
So what you just said there, excuse me.
It's okay.
That's one thing that I've been using it for. I use it for all of my silk. And when I'm cutting my tulle for my see-through embroidered sleeves, I saw somebody just ask for mesh. Yes, because it just grabs that without sliding it. And that's the only way I describe it, but you gave a much better technical reason.
Sorry.
It really makes a difference.
It does make a difference. And also like the double gauze, it works really well for that, or the cuddle fabrics. People like to use it on that. You can actually use serrated scissors on all fabric. So a lot of people think, oh, I got to have serrated for just my silks or satins and then regular scissors for everything else. You can actually use serrated scissors just for cutting cotton if you want. It does have a little bit crunchier of a feel when you cut. So instead of being nice and smooth like we're used to our Kai scissors being, you'll feel like as you cut. That's it.
Does it come with the sound effects?
You got to just go to kaiscissors.com to see the sound effects. I've got to put those online for you.
Oh, so you have a ton of fans on here. Everybody's saying, well, first off, a lot of people didn't even know this. And yes, I use it for knits. And that's what I've been using with knits on my virtual class. Nancy wants to know, does it come in left-handed?
So we don't actually have one online that you can buy. You can request it. So if you just email us, go to the website, click on contact us, we can serrate any scissor for the most part. So if you say, hey, I want one of our left-handed scissors serrated, we'll do it. We don't really charge extra to do it, and get you hooked up.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I don't know if you want to answer this one or not. Diane said she heard cutting into aluminum foil will sharpen scissors. Fact or fiction? I can already read your face.
So everything that you cut will degrade a scissors edge at a different rate. So if you're cutting cotton, it's going to wear out the edge a little slower than if you're cutting, say like metal. I don't recommend it. If your scissors need to be sharpened, have them sharpened.
I think I would say put a little disclaimer on there. If you've cut aluminum foil, there's an extra surcharge.
And don't run your scissors through your knife sharpeners either. So a scissor has a blade. One side is flat. I got to get lined up here. The other side is angled. On a knife, both sides are beveled. So flat on scissor with an edge, double angle on a knife. So when you put this kind of an edge on a scissor, it's not going to cut anymore.
Oh, that's interesting. Now, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I have some of those knife. So speaking of knives, I don't know if everybody, Julie was going to try to pop in here. I don't know if you sell way more than scissors, by the way.
We do. We do.
You got to tell them about these knives. My sister says they are absolutely the best knives ever. Julie, I don't know if you're on here. You said you were going to try to pop out here and say hi.
So Kai is a Japanese company, and they are known for blades. So whether it's scissors or kitchen knives, Kai makes the Shun brand of kitchen knife that you might see at Williams-Sonoma, or in the glass, the $300 paring knives and such. That's their flagship knife, but they make lots of different lines of knives. And so here in Sumner, we distribute several different styles of knives. We have some of the Shun. We have the wasabi knives, which is what Julie has, and Kamachi knives. Anyway, so lots of different knives.
They're really sharp.
They are. So the Japanese, so there's like an American bevel. The Japanese bevel is much steeper and sharper. So right out of the package, they're really, really sharp. Different than what the Europeans do, different than what the Americans do. So, the other secret there with all of the Kai knives and blades and stuff is that the steel that they're using is designed to hold its edge and to be super sharp, and then to take a new edge. And those are kind of three factors with any blade that you're always trying to compromise on: sharpness, taking a new edge, and strength.
Interesting. So I don't cook, so I wouldn't know that. But I did snag a pair of hair cutting scissors while I was there, and I cut Wynn's hair. And I got to tell you, those suckers are so sharp that I said to Wynn, I said, well, I'll make sure that I never have a mimosa when I cut your hair, because I might cut your hair off. Not that I have a mimosa when I cut hair, but I usually do a better job. And I mean, his hair actually looks pretty good, I have to admit. I was using well, we just won't say. They were like $2 specialty ones that I found at a local drugstore before that. So you have changed my life since the hairdressers are all closed. So
yeah, exactly. We do this next month. I'm going to have a ponytail. And
we're going to have an update. Okay, so we've got a few more questions here. A lot of people just bought a pair last week. Do you make rotary cutters or rotary blades? And you do have a rotary cutter, which I've used, but I'll let you answer the rest.
So yes, we have several different styles of rotary cutters. And then we have the 28 millimeter, the 45 millimeter, and the 60 millimeter blades. We also carry a pinking blade and a wave blade. So the wave blade just kind of looks like scallops.
Oh, wait. I didn't know you had those other blades. Those are great for like paper crafting too.
Yeah, you can do that. So our rotary cutters take other people's blades, and then our blades fit other rotary cutters. There's a few exceptions out there. Martelli says that our blades don't work. I've tried it. They work for me, but if they're telling people they don't, then that's their prerogative. And the other exception would be the pinking blade and the wave blade. You got to have, it's a three-dimensional blade, so you've got to have some width left and right on the cutter for the blade to actually be able to spin. So little different caveat there.
That's interesting. I usually, for those of you that want to know, I usually use, when I'm doing my garments, the 60-inch for rotary cutter, because I can just get around things so quickly for garments. But if you're using something smaller, like for kids' outfits, you might like that smaller 45 millimeter because you can get around little necklines and little curves a little bit better. But I did not know you had the wave ones, because I can remember, and now everybody's kind of getting back into paper crafting because we have nothing else to do at home and we're running out of fabric. So those wave ones cut through that fabric, and I think that's going to be awesome. A whole different theme.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
So, anyway, our blades are also tungsten steel. So they're a little sharper, a little harder than others, but they're still as susceptible to nicking or damage from if you strike the ruler or you hit a pin or something like that. So I think the titanium blades are the best blades. Tungsten steel's a good middle of the line, and then your standard stainless steel blades from there. Our wave blade and pinking blade are just stainless steel. They're not tungsten because they have to be a little bit softer so they can shape them.
Oh, okay. What about can serrated scissors be sharpened?
Yes. So with a serrated scissor, you have to resharpen both edges, which will turn them into regular scissors, and then they need to be reserrated. So there's a lot of people out there, a lot of local sharpeners that are getting the machines that allow them to serrate. So there's more and more people are able to do that. So you resharpen, then you reserrate.
I read some of the comments. Jeff, no competition on your hair, but it's going to be mullet time.
No. I will shave my head bald before I have a mullet. Sorry, Morgan.
That's so funny. So did you ever hear the story about Wynn using the scissors, my Kai scissors for cutting wiring on the boat? And those
locked and then stabbed, or what was the deal there?
Well, he almost got they're his scissors now, and he's still using them for wiring because he wouldn't give them back. But it did work. So you have a whole market that you don't even know about. Yeah. Patty says hair cutting tutorials on the next Facebook Live. Joan said she's trying to get her hands on a Kai seam ripper, but I will bet you she doesn't know about the new seam ripper yet.
Probably not.
So I think we should tell.
All right.
I just had it. Check this out, guys. You see that? It's slick. All right. Tell them what this sucker's for.
All right. So apparently, if you make mistakes when you're sewing, so I haven't seen any names on your list yet over there that make mistakes.
No, we never do that.
So this is basically it's brand new. It just went up on our website. We tried to do it last week before your show last week, but we couldn't. Anyway, so we call this a serger seam ripper. So it's great for getting into the serge seams and hooking and slicing along. And again, Kai being the blade company of the planet, that is super sharp and will cut you. So be careful. But you tell them what you think.
Okay, so this is kind of funny. We never make mistakes, but ironically, I got this in the mail. And remember those leggings I was making last week? Not the pajama pants, which I brought with me today, actually. But I was working on leggings, and I was using woolly poly in the serger loopers. And, and it was a tight fit. And I screwed up on something. I thought, oh, we all know ripping out serging seams are not fun. So I just slid this right through, and it was black, or I would have probably taken a quick video of it because it's hard to see. I just put this right under through where the serging part is, and it just went done. Actually, I was like, oh, maybe I want to screw up just so I can go play with this. This is really fun. So now we're going to be doing the Happy Kai scissor, Happy Kai cutting. Is that your new song, Happy Kai cutting?
Yeah, so this so it's brand new. It's on our website now. Comes with a little safety cap. It's a KSSR.
Okay, I'm going to type that in here. KSSR. And by the way, Jeff also has a coupon code for you. So it's Angela. You get a discount. That's your coupon code. And then Fashion Sewing Club members, you know the deal. Go into the club because you get a little bit bigger discount because that's what I always have to do for you guys. So you still get a discount just for being in the Wolf Pack. That's the code, Angela. And then the Fashion Sewing Club has a little bit different one. I can't give you the code right here, though. Thank you for doing that, by the way. I saw a few more questions here about questions for scissors. So hold on one sec.
Well, I see one from Lynn. It says, are the blades replaceable? And they are not.
They are not.
No.
Okay. And there was one on here. Everybody's saying they don't make mistakes. Yeah, this seam ripper is pretty sweet. Oh, Angie, did you buy? You didn't have this in Puyallup, did you?
No, not this one.
A new one. You know what you're thinking of? Hold on. I'll be right back. Jeff, you entertain them for a second. I'll go get
Well, Angie, I think what you might have bought would be our seam remover. So it's probably if it was pink or purple or teal colored. And then we also have the traditional seam ripper. So just the little thing that's a couple of bucks that you pick at the stitches. So we do sell that too.
this.
Yeah, so that's a KSR. So that means Kai Seam Remover versus KSSR, which is Kai Serger Seam Ripper. So sorry for the confusion there. There you go, Angie. You got it. She bought the purple one.
Oh, good, good. Everybody's saying they make mistakes every day. Now there was a minute all the way back because somebody was talking. They had a question for you, and you guys can ask it again if I can't find it. But somebody had a specific question of what would be the best scissors. Oh, here's a question for you. I missed this one. How and can you sharpen pinking shears?
They can be sharpened. They don't always take a new edge well. So a lot of your local sharpener guys out there, gals, don't want to do it because it takes a lot of work, and then it can end up being not fruitful in the end. So
I agree.
all
right.
Great answer.
Karina says you are the Rolls Royce. Hey, do you sell Norway? Some people were asking.
Say that again. You cut out.
Do you sell internationally? Do you ship to Norway?
We do ship. Yes, I think Norway is on our good country list.
Well, actually, I'm surprised anybody's shipping anywhere right now. It'll be over soon, I hope. Right?
Hopefully.
All
So
right,
so there's somebody on here from Norway?
Oh, we have a ton of people from Norway. Karina has her own whoop pack over there.
Well,
right,
Karina? Well, Karina, jeg snakker litt norsk.
No.
Ja, jeg snakker litt norsk, men jeg kommer ikke fra Norge. How's that?
What does that mean? Stacy's from Norway, I think, if I have that correct. Do I even want to? Was this from Dumb and Dumber, or is this an action? Or are you actually speaking real?
No. I know a few other Norwegian words. I actually hung out with Thor Heyerdahl for a while in my life, so all the Norwegians will think that's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
So, yeah. Hey, I told you.
All right, I'm still scrolling up because there was a really good question up here, and I totally missed it. Hold on one sec. Oh, somebody says you have excellent customer service.
We really try all the time.
Karen bought her husband a knife there. Okay, here's one question. I think you answered this, but I'll just let you answer it again. Can the not serrated scissors be sharpened when they get older?
They can. So all scissors can. When you sharpen the scissors, you're going to slowly grind away at the blade. And so there gets to be a point where they can't take, you've just wore them out. But hopefully that's a long time. So yeah, they can be sharpened.
I think I've only had one pair that ever had to be sharpened. It was because I cut, oh my gosh, probably 300 yards of denim for some project. And then after, I'd already used it for years. I mean, that's just one. Darlene wants to see my cup. Okay, so I found this. You got it? And it is a cat. And now I got a nice lipstick mark on that side too. So he's got a black eye. So that's the big thing, Jeff. I have to have a new cup each week. So you used to have a cheese knife on your site, but I don't see it anymore. Do you have it? Are you getting it back?
Can you give me 2 seconds?
Sure. So while Jeff is going to get that, I think Kelly's going to be popping up here towards the end as well for the giveaway. So don't forget about that, guys. Oh, is that it?
That's the cheese knife we've been out of.
Oh.
So we have a few.
So they're back on the website. Yes, yes, yes. There you go.
I'll check.
Okay, if not, maybe call him. Just call him and order, right?
Yeah. Take me 2 seconds to look.
Everybody, oh, there's more. Hey, Liz, she was at the show last year. And hold on, I'm just going through. Debbie says, Kai scissors are treasured possessions. Oh, Patricia says when they get dull, then they become paper scissors.
Or you do it for your husband and you work in the garage, right?
Lynn says, can we send our scissors to Kai to sharpen them, or do you not do that?
We do.
There you go.
So this is the story on sharpening. We tell people any local reputable sharpener can sharpen Kai scissors. If you don't have one of those, you can send them to us. We charge $7.50 a pair. It includes shipping back to you in the United States, since there's Norwegians on here.
That makes sense. Oh, we got New Zealand. Oh, Stacy, you're New Zealand. I don't know why I thought the other place. Oh, my geography's never been the best. Oh, that's funny. Want to know the best scissors? Oh, there you are again, Sandy. That's what I was looking for. Ability to use the point of the scissors on fabric just to make snips to mark fabric. I use my serrated ones for that. But do you have any picks for that? All of your scissors are sharp.
Yeah, our scissors are all known for cutting all the way to the tip. So it just really depends on how thick the fabric is that you're trying to snip and how long of an actual blade you need and such. I would say for the most part, I would start with a 5-inch scissor and go up from there. The little 4-inch guys are fine for cutting. They're sharp to the tip. They're fine for cutting into fabric, but maybe only 1 or 2 layers of cotton. So you're not going to use them on denim. Okay.
Here's another one from Liz. Boy, everybody's got questions. I didn't even know there was this many questions about. But you know what, though? It's the main part of our sewing room. And after being at the show, all the knives, everything that you have at that table, which is only a portion of what you even sell, there's so much information there. And so that's why I said, hey, Jeff, you got to come on here and talk to these guys about scissors. So do the wave pinking rotary blades fit other brands? You mean like if you just have like a regular rotary cut?
So a regular blade is, flat. The pinking blade and the wave blade have some width to them. So it really just depends on the cutter as to whether or not it'll fit it or not. The hole, so it'll slide over the hole of your rotary cutter fine, but whether or not you've got the housing clearance for it to work really depends on the scissor itself.
Okay. And here's Amy, which I know she has a lot of your scissors. How long? Wait, I'm following. How long will it last? Well, it depends. The virus or the scissors or the blades? Seems like a store-bought seam rollers. Oh, seam rippers don't last very long. Yeah, that's true. Oh, so like these seam rippers. Well, that's a good question, but it's pretty sharp. I would think they'd last a while.
Yeah, it's a pretty new product for us, so we don't have a metric on that yet. Sorry.
I'll be your tester. In fact, the whole wolf pack will let you know how long it takes for it to go dull. Well, the other seam rippers that I always buy, just regular ones, those I replace those once a week at least when I'm sewing a lot, because when they get dull, that's when you usually have big problems. Just going through some of these. Hey, so do you guys know, by the way, just for funny, so Jeff and I have, we have a lot of good laughs, but I asked him one day if if he knew what my favorite movie was. And you guys guessed it in 30 seconds or less. And now
it was Devin.
Devin guessed it.
And he didn't even hesitate. He just said, Dumb and Dumber. Instantly.
And so now I have a new nickname.
Yeah.
But he's not going to say it. But I have a new, if you've ever seen Dumb and Dumber, just guess what my new nickname is. But we're good friends, so that's okay. Paybacks are, you know what? Oh, okay.
Yeah. More than one nickname with us now. So.
Are you coming back to Novi, Jeff? Kristen missed you.
Oh, you know, I love Novi. I loved going to Novi. Hey, look at that. Devin Carl Head guessed your nickname. Yeah, I love coming to Novi. I love the Michigan area. I just we haven't had a chance really to look into the new Novi show yet. So it's definitely on our radar. So
if everything goes back to normal, I don't know. Did you have other shows this spring that you were supposed to go to that you had to cancel?
So we were supposed to go to Utah, the Utah Quilting Show, and that got canceled. And then we were going to Lancaster, Pennsylvania for the first time in a long, long time, and that show got canceled. And then the Paducah show got moved to September. So if that show happens, we'll be doing Paducah, then the next week, Madison.
Oh, wow. Are you going to be in Houston this year?
Am I going to be where?
In Houston?
Well, Guy Scissors will be in Houston.
Well, yes, the booth. We'll see Devin there.
Yeah, definitely there.
You've got the floor. Are you going to be in Cleveland in June? I don't think that was on the list. I'm not going to be.
No Cleveland.
Let's see. Lakeland, Florida, canceled.
Yeah. So our next show is really going to be, if it happens, we'll be in Long Beach in, I think it's July. Devin, when is that show?
Okay. That's what, so there you go, guys. That's everybody. There's a lot of people out here that guessed sea bass. That's pretty good. So I had when I was talking to some of the Fashion Sewing Club members, when we're just trying to gain more knowledge on things that we have in our sewing room. So that's why we asked you on, but we were wondering if you would come back in a few weeks, and so then they can kind of order their scissors, ask more questions, and give us information on other products that you might have on your site.
We can do that.
That sounds good?
Yeah, sounds great.
Wolfpack, you better give him the love, because actually, oh, I'm just reading. Sorry, squirrel.
So can I just make a quick plug then?
I would love you to.
Okay. So the two things. If you guys, I love talking Kai Scissors. So if any of you guys want to ask me more questions, you can friend me on Facebook, Jeff Belleville. You can friend Kai Scissors on Facebook if you want. Follow us on Instagram. KaiScissors.com is where all of our product is. And Devin says we don't do a lot of shows on the East Coast. I did go to Vermont one year. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, anyway, I'm on Facebook, Jeff at KaiScissors.com. If you have questions, I love to hear from all of you. If you want special serrated scissors, call us, email us, message me. I don't care. We're here to help.
Okay, so I have to go off topic for a second because this just made me think of it. So we were talking about traveling, which we're not doing right now, but you went on a super, super cool trip, and I didn't warn you I was going to ask you about this, but could you just give us just a little bit of what I mean, I don't know if people who follow you have seen the photos. I mean, are you leaving?
Right here.
He's coming back. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Oh, here, I'm going to bring you up here. So by yourself, can you guys see that? What is that?
So that is my Egyptian Department of Antiquities access to everything in Egypt.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So you like the picture they used?
Let me go back up here.
Isn't
That's-
that terrible? Anyway.
You
So-
obviously are not like us girls. We would have had them retaking it and retaking it and retaking it.
So when I went to college and became friends with a gentleman that is an Egyptologist and an archaeologist. He is how I ended up going on an archaeological dig with Thor Heyerdahl back in the 2000s. Anyway, he works in the Valley of the Kings in Egypt, and so I spent almost the month of February in Luxor, Valley of the Kings, working on several tombs there with him. So I was kind of a field assistant on a dig, and it was fantastic.
So when you come back next time, I'm going to bring up your Instagram and show some photos for everyone. But if you want to see them, go to his Instagram page because it's really cool.
My Instagram name is jeff.kai scissors, all one word. So jeff.kai scissors. So you can see a lot of cool. I also have a lot of flying pictures you see here. I like airplanes.
They're calling you Indiana Jones.
Yeah, no, not me. I was with Indiana Jones, but
Okay. Did you do the pyramids? The Nile River.
yeah. So we did spend a few days in Cairo. So I went to the pyramids out there, the Great Pyramid, the Step Pyramid, the Black Pyramid, all of those out there before we went off to Luxor. So yeah.
The only Luxor I know about is in Las Vegas. So
that's actually how that whole area in Egypt was modeled on Vegas.
That's very cool.
I'm kidding.
I don't like you anymore. I was trying to go with it, but then my next question was going to be, do they have poker over there? Okay, so Pam just gave you a funny on you look like a wanted poster on that.
Yeah, doesn't it? It looks terrible, but
it wasn't that bad. Oh, everybody's saying dream trip. Everybody wants to know when our dig party is. Very cool.
Yeah,
all right, so anything new and exciting coming out with Kai that we need to know about before you come back on in a couple weeks or so? That's it. And that's a big one because I'll tell you guys, when I'm on, I have a virtual class this afternoon. We're sewing a wrap dress, and I will bring up one of my serge seams and show you guys this up close in class so you can see that.
And Tracy Baker, it was a dream trip. I was very lucky.
There we go. Oh, Phyllis says she does a ton of travel, and it's a bummer that she can't travel. Phyllis was, I don't know if you remember meeting Phyllis. She was there at your booth for our Wolfpack meet and greet.
Yep, I recognize her if that's her.
That's her. That is her. All right. Well, that sounds awesome. Well, hey, you know what? Thank you so much for spending the time with us. Definitely say hi to your family. So, before you go, we were talking about ways to connect with friends and family. So do you mind sharing how you did a dinner recently? Because I think this is the coolest thing ever. I'm going to have to get Zoom after I hear this and invite my whole family.
So we normally have family Friday night dinner with my daughters, their husbands, their kids, and Devin and his family and some neighbors. And we haven't been able to do Friday night dinner in a few weeks. So we all got onto Zoom and sat with either an iPad or iPhone or a laptop and ate our dinners, and everybody's little picture was around the screen, and we all chatted away for a couple of hours and ended up at the end of the dinner, we ended up playing some online game. I don't know if you've heard of Jackbox. But anyway, they ended up playing like trivia games online together.
Oh, that's that's even better. Apples to apples is the one we always end up playing.
Yeah, it was awesome. So
that's very cool.
Well, I also, if I'm still on.
You're still on. Angie has a question for you. She must have looked at your photos already.
Picture of Ramses and me.
And what part of the Ramesses is pictured? See it now. That just goes over my head.
You know, by the time I got to that area there, I was statued out. So I was going click, 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 click. So I'm sorry I don't have more.
Anyway. Tracy, you're the best, and everybody's saying thank you. But what do you got? You have something else?
Oh, I was just going to say that my pals at Kenmore are watching the video too. So I just wanted to say hi, and hopefully they're enjoying their quarantine here in Seattle.
Oh, gosh. Hey, guys, I hope you are. So here's the thing. Now, we were just discussing this I was talking about this with my mom and my sister. So this is my normal life. I go to work and I go home. That's except I kind of like not traveling right now because I've always said if I could just have a month at home, I could catch up, do with all. But when somebody tells me I can't do something, that's it. I'm over it. But for all of those that can't go to work or are not going to work for a while, I think for the first week, it'd probably be pretty cool, but then what do you do? I mean, we got to do something fun and hopefully everything goes back to normal. And I hope all your buddies go back to normal because I don't want to be stuck here. They're the ones that are flying us around, right? Some of them.
So I was just reading one of the comments. Somebody changed their picture on Zoom to a potato head and they couldn't change it back.
And they couldn't what?
They couldn't change it back.
That's fantastic. Oh, Peg's watching. Peg's a pilot.
Hi, Peg. Awesome.
Oh, you guys are all laughing your tissues off. So there was this comedian on last night, and it was on a commercial, and he was like, hey, haven't we said forever, just sit on the couch and binge watch? And I said to Wynn the other day, do you remember a few years ago? And then I'll ask Jeff what you've binge watched, because I know there's some show. I said, okay, first off, do you think Seinfeld would come back on? Because that was my all-time favorite. And I don't want the reruns, I want newbies. And then, of course, Cheers. And then maybe some Love Boat or something like that, just to get us in a good mood. And then the pilot. What's the one with the plane? The plane? What's that show from the 80s?
Oh, are you talking about where the guy says the plane? That was Love. That was Fantasy Island.
Yeah, that came right after it. So give us some old fun stuff. Seinfeld was my favorite though. And then Wynn said, well, you don't really binge watch. I said, do you remember when Downton Abbey came out? And Wynn's going to check his man card here. I said, I have all the seasons of Downton Abbey. And he said, oh boy, this is going to be good. So we go to the cottage where there's nothing else to do when it's snowing outside. And seriously, we never burn 4 calories all weekend, except to maybe get up and eat lunch or something. That was it. We watched the entire season all weekend. So I'm thinking that maybe we should come up with some ideas for everyone to binge watch so we can all kind of be on the same page if that's what we're going to do for a month.
Ozark?
All right. Some of you're going to have to add Dumb and Dumber to the list because that is my all-time fave. Ozark, is that on TV or is it on Amazon or
Netflix?
Netflix. Okay. So you guys have to share some ideas on that, and don't you tell anyone that Wynn watched the entire season of Downton Abbey over the weekend. Lucy, I love Lucy and Carol. Oh, all right. Well, hey, I won't keep you anymore because I know you have a lot to do today, but well, maybe you don't. I don't know. You will after the Wolfpack hangs up here. Don't forget, guys. Kai Scissors. The coupon code is Angela. KaiScissors.com. Don't forget about that. And if you have any questions about scissors, just call him. He'll make you laugh.
Call me, message me, whatever it takes.
Yeah. And we can't wait to have you on again.
Yeah.
Where is Devin? I don't see him anywhere.
He is, we're social distancing. So he is 100 feet that way.
Hi, Devin. Say hi to your adorable family.
Yeah,
And
I
Jeff,
will.
you say hi to your family. Say hi to your wife
All right.
and everybody. And we'll see you again.
All right. Thanks, Angela. Thanks, everybody. Have fun.
All right. Thanks, Jeff. Okay, wasn't that fun? Now you know why I have so much fun working with them. He just makes me laugh all the time. But I have to tell you, even before that, those scissors, as you all know, I've been using for a long, long time. And the first pair that I received was from a contest. I didn't even know that these were good scissors. And now that's all I have in here. That's it. You know I have those 2 pairs of really, I won't say the brand, that I use for paper scissors. And you all have laughed about that. So, and it's always good to support everyone that we work with. So Jeff, thanks again for coming on. And you guys have his website, and don't forget to go support Guy Scissors. And plus he always has new stuff. My sister, I thought she was going to be on here today, but she might've gotten tied up. They still have a little court down in North Carolina. So she actually has these knives. And hey, Jeff, are you still here? I got to bring you back. I got to bring you back. So my sister, what in the heck were those? What did she want that knife for?
She wanted to spatchcock
A chicken. Spatchcock a chicken. So what do you say about that? I didn't even know what that was. I do now. But I can never remember what it was called.
I sent her a knife and said, "Here, try this," and she loved it. So I went to spatchcock.
So there you go. For all of you that even know what that means, those were the best. Okay, I knew you'd remember. All right, I'll let you go. Bye. Oh, I brought you on there. Hey there. I just can't get rid of you.
I can't leave until you get me off. The deeper knife.
You have it?
Well, no, Devin grabbed just something else that he thought it was. Get out of here. We're supposed to be social distancing.
Everybody knows what that is. Everybody knows what that is right now. All right. Is he bringing something?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are hilarious.
It was this one.
All right. Oh, wait, what's that?
It's called a Diva knife. It's super heavy. It almost looks like a, so it's a single bevel instead of remember we talked about this?
Yeah.
It's flat and like so, but it's super thick. You can't really see it here. It's probably a good quarter-inch thick. So.
Well, my sister went is that the one she was using?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thing is.
It's
Thank you for bringing that back.
All right. You know,
all right.
leave?
I promise we'll let you go now.
All right. Bye.
All right. See you later. Okay, was that fun or what? I know that is it's a weapon. It is a serious knife, but you'll have to ask my sister, Julie. We'll bring her on here because she's been cooking. And I told her, I said, sewing isn't getting old, but I need to get some flavor. And she said, she'll come and give us some cooking tutorials. I need that knife. Chickens beware. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so we'll bring her on here. So I got Kelly down here waiting to pop in. So, hey, Kelly, let me see. Hold on one sec. Just bring this down. That's not a knife. No, that's a knife. Crocodile Dundee. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I just want to warn you, if you see me slap myself, a mosquito followed me in the house. So I don't want you to think I'm going crazy.
All right, guys, if Kelly starts slapping his face, we'll know it's not from being stuck in the house for so long. That sounds hilarious. So tell us what you're working on. I know you're here to do the big giveaway, but you must be working on something while you're stuck.
Well, the only thing that I can thank this whole virus thing for is it's given me an opportunity to come up with a really cool little add-on to our edition. Here lately, I've been doing a little of this, a little of that, and a whole lot of nothing. So after I finished cleaning the house 2 or 3 times, I came in here and bugged Sharon, watching her do her embroidery, and I'm sitting there watching her. And you've seen this look before on me at one of our events, and she's getting her threads all organized for the project that she's working on, and she's still going back and forth to her guide, and she's trying to make sure that she's got her thread in her arms. And I'm just looking at her with this strange look, and she's like, "What?" I said, "That is crazy." I said, "We need to come up with something." So we actually, in about 15 minutes, I said, "We need a project tray," and sure enough, we went in our studio and designed the new project trays. So now, whenever you pull out your threads for your designs, you can set them up in the colors that you're going to stitch out. Keeps it all organized. So that was my little Corona inspired project.
That's very cool. Those are cool though.
Yeah. So it works. She's loving it. It's keeping her all nice and neat and organized. Hey, Cindy.
Cindy, you thought I said Callie? Yeah, well, maybe I'm getting the Southern accent going.
So.
All right. So this giveaway is fantastic. I was just actually, here you go. You're just buggy.
Yeah.
All right, hold on a sec. While I'm bringing the comments up, I'm just going to chat with you for a sec. So my winning software has the winner, but it used to just show up right after the thing expired. And guess what? I have to go find it now. So you're going to just have to be patient for a second. So you just have to entertain and say hi to everyone for a minute so I can find this page.
Oh. Well, I'll bring up the little joke that got this whole insert thing started. I wanted to make sure I had it. This is what inspired us once again for all our thread inserts. So we're actually
the post from people. Everybody was posting their own with all of that thread.
It's insane. You know, with us being stuck at home, we're actually starting to use up some of that craziness that we have overage of. So I guess it's kind of a blessing in disguise. You know, normally we don't go a lot of places because we travel a lot with work and stuff like that. But when you know that you're not supposed to go anywhere, it does tend to kind of make you a little stir crazy.
Doesn't it? Well, and like I said to Win, this is really what I would be doing right now. If I was, 3 events got pushed off, but I'll be doing that in the fall. But
right.
I mean, God willing. But I always said, if I could just have a month to just get organized. Here, look at what Win caught me doing the other day. He took a photo. He even brought me flowers. But look, I'm playing the piano again. I never had time before. And he came in and I have a pool gym in the basement. Thankfully, I built that a long time ago. So I went and worked out on Sunday, watched Mass on TV, and then I am in there playing the piano. And I'm like, he's like, who is this person? This was me from a long time ago.
Right. That's just insane. Yeah, it's. I have to say this. It's off subject. I don't know if you noticed that Miss Rain just got a new place, and she was showing all her videos of her new studio, and it's a basement. And now you're showing this picture in a basement. You're making us really jealous because here in Louisiana we don't have basements because anytime it rains it floods. So we have an indoor pool that we don't want. So we're gonna have to move where we can get us a basement now.
That's hilarious. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. You guys don't have basements. When I lived in North Carolina, we didn't have basements either.
Yeah, it's a cool space to have. Oh.
Well, usually it's just like storage. So for us, years ago, I said to my husband, I'm tired of getting dressed and going to the gym. And he said, well, I think you better put something on. I said, no, my meaning is that by the time I get ready, I mean, you can't go to the gym looking like all, like you just woke up out of bed like I do look like. And so I said, I'm going to start building the basement into a gym. So this started in I don't know, 02. Mm-hmm. And so first the treadmill, and he would joke and say, that's going to be a place for you to hang your stuff. And then And then I bought a bike and then a few other things like the bench with all the weights. But then what I really wanted was one of those whole systems, like where you can lift weights and do all that. And I thought, I'm not going to listen to him joke with me. So I waited till he was out of town for 2 days. I bought it from like the local, like Dunham Sports or something. And the guys are looking at me going, you want us to deliver this? I said, no, I can put it together. Right. So here is your joke for the day. So they put this box in my car and it took 4 guys. You think I would have noticed that, right? But I was too cheap to pay for them to ship it and put it together. So I get it home. I can't even lift the box. So I had to open it and carry every single one of those weights down to the basement by myself, like one at a time. It was amazing. I don't know, 200 trips. And then I have everything laid out because I love putting furniture together, kind of. Not this. It came with one little itty bitty wrench and one of those L-shaped things, you know, that and the directions were like 2 pages in a different language. Totally not relatable on this whole thing. So it took me 2 days to put it together. I couldn't move my hands for a few days. And Wynn came home and he was like, why didn't you use my drill? I would have helped you out. And I was absolutely not going to tell him. Well, now he says, I'm so glad you put that gym down there.
Well, you definitely got your money's worth just from unloading out the car.
Yeah. Hex wrench. That's it.
Yeah.
All right. So you had a ton of people that signed up for this contest. I finally found it. It just showed up.
Awesome.
Over 600 people. Good job, you guys. Everybody wants.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I see a few people said here that somebody wanted one of yours. I forgot which brand. I just think it's the coolest idea what you and Sharon are doing, by the way.
Well, you know, I mean, for years, I mean, between Sharon and I, we've been doing this for, well, we're not going to say numbers, a long time. So, it's just, we've had different setups where we can organize our stuff. But like I said before, it just becomes overwhelming because you just end up tossing it in a bucket and like this. And it just doesn't work. And we were literally getting stressed out every time we had to try and find certain colors. So we developed it, and it's been phenomenal. It works so well. So we're excited about the whole thing.
I think it's very cool. All right, so there are 2 winners on this software. Let me just see. I'm just going to text it to you.
Okay.
It looks like you wanted a second one, didn't you, or do you just want one?
What we talked about on your show last time is that as a little secondary prize, we're going to give away the little personalized tablet stand.
Did you guys see that? Bring that back up here. Because you know what? When you were on here the first time, you didn't have that. You sent me pictures. Did you guys see that? That is so cute.
Yeah, so it will have your personal, monogram on it.
All right. So everybody was able to enter as many times as they wanted, once a day. And then if they shared it, they got extra entries. So pick 2 random winners. I love this software. Okay. And now I'm going to just send these to you.
Okay.
And then you can, let's see, find these. I recognize both of these names too. Not that I would recognize somebody, but here you are. See.
Oh, remember last show that we had, I was talking about trying to focus on the color numbers, and I had special glasses and I tried describing them to you. Well, yeah. I made sure I brought them this time that way. So when I can't see, I put my special glasses on.
I like those. That's what I need.
Yeah. Right.
So I actually bought a new pair of glasses the other day. They're just cheaters, you know, and I've been wearing them and I thought they were kind of cute. These are not it. These are actually smaller, but the other ones are black. And all of a sudden I looked at one of the past videos and they're like this big. And I said to Wynn, I didn't think you were that big. He said, well, I just thought it was a new trend. I didn't want to say anything. I thought you looked fine in them. I was like, oh, you didn't tell me I look like a bug. Yours are even better.
Yeah, I love them. You know, it's just so. And it helps see that, like I said, the color, because the one on the original stickers, the colors numbers are so tiny. You can't
yeah.
see it. So we developed also to go with some of the threads is a new label, and the numbers are a lot bigger, so you don't need the little special glasses anymore to see them.
Oh, that's funny. So, by the way, here's the website. Thank you, Sharon. Oh, wait, I have Kai Scissors up there. I'm sorry. I have yours up here too. Hold on one sec. Let me just post that. Let's see. Have you guys been to the website? I put it up here a few days ago. And make sure that if you buy off their website that you give them a good review, because that is really important on Etsy. Here we go. Thanks, Sharon. There we go. Etsy.com, shop Laserby Studio, right?
That's right.
Okay, so I have a question for you before you give the winners. We're trying to come up with things old and new, and what can we do during this time? So last week I had my top 10 picks, and this week is all about binge watching. And be sure to try on your jeans every Wednesday. Not you necessarily, but all of us that have been sitting in sweats all week. And do you have any tips for something fun that we can do during this crazy time?
Oh, gosh.
We're doing?
Well, it was funny that you said it, because I was also a big Downton Abbey fan, and I did just like you. I mean, I almost cried when they stopped the show. I was like,
did cry. I love that.
Do this. But if I had to pick a certain show that it still plays right now, it would be Frasier.
I like
Frasier. Yeah, but it's just the humor in it is just funny.
Okay, so Frasier's on the list. And do you guys play any games?
No time to play games, believe it or not. We're just staying busy with all our sewing and embroidery projects.
Well, and that's bonus. Not many people can see that right now.
Right. Well, Sharon's working on these big tile scenes, so it's like hundreds of thousands of stitches that she's doing, and she's got 4 big tile scene quilts to make. So she gets up in the morning, we have breakfast, we say goodbye, and I don't see her until I come and bug her in the sewing room. She's literally from day to night just in the sewing room sewing these tile scenes, which is phenomenal because they're beautiful. So that
you have to share photos. Are you guys sharing those anywhere?
It's actually the OESD. I forgot what. Shame on me for not knowing the name of which one she's working on. I think it's the Santa. I'm trying to see if she's got any samples around here. Wait. Be
careful, you might not be allowed to share those. She's going to be coming in there smacking you.
When you see me hit the floor, you know I got whacked on the head with her.
It wasn't the mosquito.
It wasn't the mosquito. But yeah, she is she's working on all those tile scenes, and they're amazing. So I don't get to see her very much. Yesterday I was scatterbrained. I was tired of doing this. I was tired of doing that. And we have 4 fur babies, and I try to keep up the fenced-in area really nice and short for them. So I said, well, let me go and cut the grass. Well, I ended up doing the whole yard. I was pulling weeds. It was like, okay, I have way too much time now on my hands. It's time for all this craziness to be over with.
One thing for sure is everyone's going to have the most beautiful yards this year. And I'm actually going to plant a few vegetables because it's on the bucket list. I've always wanted to, and I'll actually be home to water these guys.
You know, you say that, it's insane. I actually had to get out today and make a trip to the grocery store. And right next door to our grocery store is Lowe's across the street, and then Home Depot actually shares a parking lot with the grocery store. You couldn't put a smart car in that parking lot. It was so packed.
Are you serious?
It was insane. I got word a few days ago that the cops had to go in and shut them down. That's how many people were there. It's like, okay, I know that they fell into the stay open necessity business, but that's for like hot water heaters, and if your toilet blows up on you or something, not garden tools and mulch.
If your toilet blows up, yeah, from using coffee filters, right?
Exactly. Oh, I actually told Sharon, I said, if they shut down CC's coffee house, I said, I will be the one to go nuts. So it's my only thing that I can go down the road and get and see the world still.
Oh, so, God.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hey, Dean's hey, Dean, how are you? Dean says Ozark. That's his fave, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I haven't been anywhere. I'm finally over my cold or whatever I had, but I absolutely did not go out because if I was going to sneeze, people are going to freak out. And the other thing is I just heard that, we've been having all these issues with masks, and I know a lot of my friends are making masks. There are medical masks, and then there are just masks. That was a big discussion amongst a lot of people. But now they're saying if you go out and you have even allergies or something, that just wrap a scarf around your face. It doesn't protect you from the virus. But if you're sneezing from allergies or someone sneezing, it just kind of, and I thought, okay, I have not made any masks yet, although I've supported a lot of friends to do that and sent some supplies and things like that. But I have a ton of scarves, and I think I'm going to start making a couple of beautiful scarves, and then I'll just wrap when I go out.
Right. It's very funny that you say that because the few times that I've gone to the grocery store, naturally, as soon as you walk in, you feel a cough or a tickle in your nose or something.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to cough and you're like, oh my God, is everyone going to look at me and think, oh my God, he's got it or something? It's a mind thing. It's like crazy.
Because when we did go to the grocery store, we went one time, Wynn and I both, and I was all wrapped up and he picked stuff. I was just helping him get a few things. And all it said, don't touch your face and wash your hands. So what happened when you're in line? Of course, people are 6 foot behind me, and all I want to do is itch my nose. I mean, I was like, what do I do? Your nose itches so bad. So to the car, where are the wipes? And he goes, what wipes? Oh, they're in my car. I go, I just want to itch my nose. So then you're just sitting on your hands till you get home, and you can hardly.
I agree.
So now
it's crazy.
I've tortured you. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, my nose itches.
I know, it's insane. And then, like I said before, I had that crazy look because at one of our events, whenever something had gone wrong, and I think the zippers were wrong, and we actually were able to get some other kind of zippers, and you were like, okay, we can fix this. And we're backstage, and you're giving the directions because we didn't have time to print the sheets, and you just instantly saw my face. It was like, what is she talking about? How are we going to get through this? And you actually called me out on it. Well, I have that same look when I do go to the grocery store. It's just that not so nice look. Like, you better get your stuff on. Don't come near me.
Oh, and by the way, I see Joanne on here. So if you guys don't get Joanne's newsletter, she's working on a big project with Cleveland Clinic. So you might want to watch. I think you're posting it tomorrow or something, Joanne, maybe you said. Not related to Brother, but Cleveland Clinic with some masks. So for those of you that are interested, you might want to see what she's working on. I don't know if you posted on your blog, but you all know Joanne, and pop over to her blog if you're interested in that.
That's cool.
Patty says we can embroider the mask saying we aren't sick, just careful. That's a good idea.
Good idea.
My sister Julie said she's sneezing like crazy right now because it's allergy season, and she's like, I can't go out. So that's a great idea. Oh, very fun. All right. So you want to do the...
I'm reading the Joanne's Bank comment. She was there too, so she saw the look as well.
That was the worst look. Well, it was
just like you talked about that description of that going over your head. It went way above my head, and I'm going, and I'm thinking, is she crazy? And I hadn't had the opportunity to really know you. I think it was like our first event that we had you at, so we didn't have this personal relationship like we normally do now. And I'm like, is she really crazy? How are we supposed to do this? Because at that time, I was nowhere near sewing knowledgeable. I was the embroidery person. I knew everything about embroidery, and you was trying to give us quick tips on how we were going to fix this mistake. And I'm like, there's no way. There's just no way. And it was all on my face.
Your face, that is what your face looked like. And all I knew was I was supposed to come and teach something sewing related, not embroidery. And I went there, and there's 300 people at this event, actually a little bit more than that. 2 or 3 people per machine. And I'm thinking, how are they going to do a sewing project? And then the kits got screwed up that were sent. And so all of you that sew can just picture this. They're going to make a bag, and none of these people plan on sewing because they didn't get the same memo I got. And I'm supposed to be teaching. And so I look, and half of the kits have real zippers and half of the kits have hidden zippers. So for all of you that sew and you know the difference between those two, you are probably laughing off your chair right now, because how are you going to teach 300 people who have no interest in sewing And then you saw Kelly's face and he's like,
I'm like, yeah, that's the look. I'm like, is she real here? Yeah, it was priceless.
it was, but you know what? We're still friends. And
Yeah, exactly.
and I still
And that
sew,
was
but
only one of the goof ups for that whole event, because I think everything that could have possibly gone wrong with the event went wrong with that event. Actually, at one time, I thought you were going to just walk out and leave, but it turned out well. People loved it.
I didn't walk out, but I will say, you all have seen Wizard of Oz, right? Well, if you haven't, add it to the bucket list of watching. I stood on that stage and I was just like, I just thought, if I could touch my heels right now and disappear, I would.
Right.
I don't know if I was more mad, embarrassed, all of the above. But you know what? After that, if I can swing through that, I'm golden forever.
You good. You knocked out the ballpark.
Okay, so I got to say one more though, since we're talking about this. And if you guys were at this event, you're just laughing with us right now. So one more funny for you. So the project that we had, everybody was going to iron. Remember the irons?
Yes.
And then the power, I don't know if the irons or something blew out the whole circuit. So the entire section of irons went out.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember Blaine coming up to me saying, hey, it's going to be 20 minutes to get this fixed. And Blaine still laughs about this. He said, so entertain them. I was like, okay. So I started telling my cooking stories, which I was just trying to entertain them. And then I remember after the whole event, which it ended up fine, there was one person that commented back, she's really an airhead when it comes to cooking. And I was like, there you go.
Well, if that was the only bad review you got, you did pretty good.
That was the one. And I was like, well, I guess I'm an airhead, but I was actually kind of exaggerating some of the stories just to make them laugh. Next time, you're on your own, girl.
Yeah, that event was just filled with so many things. I mean, we were it was when the first Scan and Cut ever came out. So we were all trying to figure out Scan and Cut. It was the mess up with the kits. So the zippers were all messed up. Yeah, it was, if anything could have gone wrong, it went wrong at that event. But like I said, you took care of it. You knocked it out the park. Everybody loved it.
Funny. Sandy says, tell me
you're an airhead now.
Hey, Sandy, you got to be nice about the boiled eggs. You know, after yesterday when I found out I have 4 containers of mayonnaise and you guys gave me a whole bunch of ideas. I boiled 7 eggs this morning and I'm going to make egg salad sandwiches for dinner.
I have a fridge full of deviled eggs.
If you guys see Win out, you'll at McDonald's going through the drive-thru. You know it didn't go so well. Oh gosh! All right. So Joanne's saying bringing back memories. That's for sure. All right. Do your lucky draw. These ladies are dying to see what goes, and then I'll let you go.
All right. So I got a little cheesy, and I got one of these little sound machines. So drum roll.
Oh.
The lucky winner of the Angela Wolf inserts and cabinet is Miss Susan Fisher.
Susan, congratulations. You are a lucky lady. Oh my gosh. Congratulations, Susan.
And then the lucky winner of the tablet stand is Miss Sally Eves.
Congratulations, Sally. Good job, guys.
So, awesome. Thank you guys for participating with this little giveaway. We enjoyed watching everything go, transpire. So,
well, thank you for doing this, and I'm so glad that the Wolfpack has received what you're doing so well, and I hope they'll continue to support you for whatever thread they're doing. I know I'm loving it, and so we'd love to have you come back on here. In a few weeks or a month or something when you start working on other projects, or if you just want a recap of what you're doing, we'd love to have you back on.
Thank you. I'd love to be here. Just let me know when you have a free spot.
I think everybody's going to say, yeah, come back on and share more stories of our the behind the scenes stories of our events. What really happened there?
What really happened? We have a lot. We do.
We have a lot.
We just make it look good on stage. So.
Yes. Well, hey, say hi to Sharon. What's your guys' next event that you know of?
We're not sure. It's still up in the air right now as to when they're going to start traveling again. So we're just praying that this is over with as soon.
soon. And then all of us are still here.
Exactly. Look out. I say, look out for the day that they actually lift our house arrest is what I'm calling it. Because people will just hit those stores and go crazy.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah.
All
The
right,
events
Holly.
will probably be packed, which is a good thing.
That's true. Events probably will be packed. I just cut your head off. Everybody's saying thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you, guys.
And say hi to Sharon, will you?
I will do. Bye, Wolfpack. Thank you.
All right. See ya. All right, guys, that was super fun. Thank you so much for showing up today. This has been a great day. Kai Scissors, you got all that information. You can watch this show again from the beginning if you'd like. And we're live streaming on Facebook and YouTube, so you can watch on either. So I have posted a schedule of the next few days. Each day I'm going to do it in the Angela Wolf Patterns group, so you can keep track. So this afternoon at, what time is it? Oh, it's almost 3 my time. We were on here a long time today. That's what happens when you're having fun. This afternoon at 4 o'clock is the virtual class for the Shirley Sew-Along. So in case you've missed it, the Shirley dress pattern is out. It is only in digital right now, but you can order to have the PDF pattern printed in full sheet if you like. So I've added that to the website. And we started the virtual class yesterday. It's been a lot of fun. There's going to be a 4-part series this week. You don't have to be live for it, but you can. It's kind of similar to what we do at the Fashion Sewing Club. Then we're going to go through the week, next week, nothing in that class, just to get you so you can start sewing, get your fabric. And then we're going to do another series that will be attached to the end of this virtual class. So you can go back and watch all of the episodes, sew, and then join us in 2 weeks for the end of the class. You can join at any time. This is free to all Fashion Sewing Club members. So otherwise, there's a charge for the class. But if you're in the Fashion Sewing Club, it's free. And we have a lot of fun there. You can ask questions, and it's just fun hanging out with all of you. So thank you again for coming here today. And I will see you soon. Tomorrow is a live show on the Brother Sews page for those of you that want to watch. Tomorrow's at 4 p.m. Let's see, I got to keep track of these. And I have on Laura Pfeiffer and wait, tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, I think it's Laura. No, I can't remember. Somebody help me with my schedule. I know Joanne's coming on, but I thought that was on Friday. I'll look it up and I'll post it. But it's tomorrow and then Friday at noon. So I will see you there. Bye, guys. Have a great day.